I just unpacked my Allen Roth countertop. It's a butcher block. Read through the instructions. They say you can cut it to size, but I'm going to cut it short. So I'm going to give it 1/8 of an inch for expansion and contraction. It also says you need to coat all the surfaces, the top, the bottoms, the edges, everything. And the reason for that is because it seals in that moisture content and it will not move like it would if you didn't seal it. So plan ahead, make sure that you have time to unwrap it, cut it, fit it to size, and then get it coated with whatever coating you're going to use. I looked at both sides of the butcher block countertop and I selected this underside to be my finished top side. And the reason I did that, for those of you that don't know, when this cuts, it cuts up. So what is the top currently is going to be the bottom. And if I'm going to get any tear out, it's going to be on the bottom side and it's not going to matter. I definitely will have a much cleaner edge flipping it over like this. I used a razor knife to scribe my lines. I have this straight edge and it's got a locking mechanism on it, so that's what I'm using. This I'm cutting off. I set it back 1.5 inches because from this edge to this edge of the saw blade is 1.5 inches. I'm going to cut along the outer edge of my line, and then I should have everything the way that I planned for it to be. I can get this out of the way. I'm going to take this and I'm going to place it over the cut line after my saw gets down here, and it'll help support this end when I cut through this back end here, just kind of like another hand, if it doesn't fall off. So I'm going to power it up, put on my eye protection and my respirator. Breathing sawdust is not good for you, especially like when you're sanding. Well, that sucks, but I'll show you later how I address this little tear out. This is that locking mechanism I was talking about. Now here you can see I clamped it because that only works on square cuts. So I have this Jorgensen clamp and another clamp on the other end here. And again, I set this back for my blade. I'll get close where you can see. There's the scoring mark that I made with my marking knife. So now I'm just going to cut that one off, and I still have to measure and lay out the other side. That's the second time it chipped out on this bottom corner. I should have just grabbed some foam insulation boards and set the countertop on top of that. That would have stopped that. In theory, this should line up, minus the blade kerf, which is the thickness. The feeling in my fingers works better than my eyes do. So I'm just going to line this up. I'm going to go ahead and clamp this down, cut it off, and we'll drop it in and see how it fits. Well, there she is. You can see that one chip out. Well, you saw that where that tear out showed up on this top surface. So glued that little piece that busted off, and then I taped it on here. Let me step back. And looking pretty good. Now, you know what? I can take this off. We'll see how let's see how this turned out. It's not perfect. So anyway, I can work on that later. And under here, we're going to start laying out the water pump, the accumulator, the filtration system. After I get everything put together, I'm going to do one final sanding and one final top coat on this Allen Roth butcher block countertop. Now let's have a look under here. You can see that the counter has bracing attached that it rests on, and it's currently just free floating in there. So here's a little snippet of what's to come. We're putting an electrical system in, we're putting the plumbing system in. This is going to be the bench area. We're going to tie it all together, and if you want to see the evolution, be sure to tune in to DIY Home as we do this camper conversion.